In a quiet, unremarkable town, there exists a legend that few dare speak of. A story whispered in hushed voices, passed down through generations. It's said that many years ago, a child was born without a soul. This wasn't an ordinary child. No one remembers her name, where she came from, or where her family went. But the town never forgot her empty eyes. There's an unspoken understanding now. Don't talk about the child, and most of all, don't look for her. Those who do never return the same. The story seems like just another ghost tale, until one family unknowingly walks right into its clutches. The Johnson family was new to town. They didn't know the stories. They were eager for a fresh start, excited for their son, Ethan, to grow up in a quiet, safe place. Their house sat near the edge of the town, close to the woods. It was an old place, but to them, it was perfect. Ethan was a bright, curious 5-year-old, and like all children, he loved to explore. It wasn't long before he ventured into the nearby woods, where he claimed to meet a little girl. At first, his parents thought nothing of it. Children often create imaginary friends, right? But Ethan wasn't the kind to invent stories, and there was something strange about the way he described her. She had dark eyes, he said, eyes that didn't shine in the light. The strange occurrences began soon after. Ethan would come inside talking about his new friend, how she wanted him to come play deeper into the woods, how she watched him from the trees. Then, one night, his parents started hearing it too. Soft whispers, so quiet they thought they were imagining it, drifting through the house at odd hours. At first, they believed it was Ethan talking in his sleep, but the whispers came even when he was awake. And then the toys started moving on their own. The Johnsons brushed it off at first. Ethan was just a kid. His imagination was running wild, they thought. But things escalated. One night, Ethan's mother, Sarah, woke to the sound of soft footsteps. She went to check on Ethan, only to find him standing by the window, his hand pressed against the glass, staring out into the pitch-black garden. And there in the garden was the girl. Her face was blank, her eyes dark and void of any emotion. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she watched the girl slowly raise her hand, motioning for Ethan to come outside. Sarah rushed to her son's side, pulling him back from the window. But the girl didn't disappear. She just stared. That night marked the beginning of the family's unraveling. Ethan's parents could no longer deny something was wrong. They felt a presence in the house, cold, watching, waiting. Ethan grew distant, speaking less and less to his parents, spending more time by the window. His drawings filled with pictures of the girl, her hollow eyes always staring back at them. The house grew colder, the air heavier. Sarah began to hear the girl's voice, whispering, calling for Ethan. Her husband, Tom, was skeptical at first, but soon could no longer explain away the strange events. The Johnsons packed their things, determined to leave, but it was already too late. The girl had made her way inside. As they hurried to the front door, they heard Ethan's soft laughter echo through the hall, but it wasn't his. The sound was hollow, distant, like it came from someone else. They turned to see Ethan standing at the bottom of the stairs, his eyes dark and vacant. "She's here," he whispered. The Johnsons were never seen again. Some say the girl claimed their souls, just as she had done to countless others before. The town remains silent about her, but at night, if you listen closely, you might still hear the soft giggle of a child drifting on the wind. And if you see her, if you catch a glimpse of those dark, soulless eyes, it's already too late.